Hey, Amy.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How's everything going with you?
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been what, 3, 4 months since we first originally started having conversation together.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how long Storm has been with us. A few months at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everything going
Yeah.
with the Wandering Bear team at this point?
It's going great. Well, we're at 10 people, but we're adding a few. I think we were at 10 people when we talked last, but we're hiring a few people right now. So we
Nice.
should be up to like 13
You,
this year.
you guys are crushing it. I mean, everything is just from the outside looking in, everything looks smooth. And like, I would imagine that, now that people are kind of stepping back in the office, like things are like
Yep.
productivity is at that sky high. Like, I'd love to just see where you guys are continuing to go towards as we kind of enter 2022 and step into dive deeper into the new year at this point.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean, our like direct to consumer is growing. And then of course, as offices open up, we just continue to increasing sales. So it's been really good.
That's exciting stuff. Have you guys, I know you before we met, before the COVID, you guys were doing like kegs to offices or something along the lines of that, from what I understand.
Yes.
Is that something that's happening again, or is it still you guys are just running gun ho D2C at this point?
I'm not sure about the kegs. I think that's like we're thinking about like if it's worth it, like is there going to be demand for the kegs again?
Yeah.
We're definitely providing like the boxes to offices, but mostly like direct to consumer has just been growing the most.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. You guys have such a cool product, and like I really enjoy what it is that you guys are doing in the space. I mean, we work with 2 other box wine companies. We work with a ton of coffee companies, but like there's never anyone that's kind of put the bridge the gap together and doing what you guys are doing at this point. So kudos.
Yeah.
On a customer service level, like how's everything going right now? How's the relationship been so far at TalentPop? Just because obviously I'm not the customer success manager, but I just really want to get a gauge on how things are going at this point.
Yeah, things are going great. So, I mean, I work with our one agent, Storm. I know we brought on a few more agents recently, but I don't even know them, honestly. Like, it's just not my relationship. And they're helping with other things. But Sam said she's had a great experience as well. Time and yeah, and he's always like willing to pick up an extra day if like I'm on vacation, if he can, of course. Like, it's not mandatory. If he can, he can't. But I mean, yeah, it's been great. Like the first few weeks, I had to like, of course, like show him the ropes, but then since then he just really has kind of like run with it, and he'll help me like with some extra projects if I have anything to track. And yeah, it's been really great. And then Andrew's been great, and we always have like our check-in calls, just make sure everything's going well. So yeah,
I spoke to Andrew Pryor on Friday, and he was saying nothing but good things about Storm and the way the relationship's been going. So I'm glad to hear that things got ramped up really, really well. When it came to getting Storm ramped up on Gorgeous, that was all pretty smooth at that point as well too.
Yeah, that was really smooth. And I don't remember if I'm trying to think. I feel like he hadn't used Gorgeous, but he had used something else.
Zendesk before, but not Gorgeous. So it was like, almost identical, but there are some nuances.
Yeah, no, he caught on really quickly. Like, I don't know, like, he's kind of like I used to be. Like, if someone's like, do you have any questions? He's like, not right now. And he'll ask them as they come up, but he doesn't like have 100 questions to ask right away. Like, It was the same with Gorgeous. Like, I did make like some videos and recorded like some of his trainings. So I don't know if like he went back and watched those at all, but he really just kind of caught on pretty quickly.
That's awesome. Yeah. We have when we got started with Storm 2, and all of our agents that we bring on board, they all go through 3 modules prior to meeting you. So they go through a Shopify, which includes like, all different Shopify apps from Yachtput or Recharge, all of the above. Down to the customer service training, which is kind of like how to act within all the platforms, all the channels, and then also platform specific, which was the Gorgeous training. So I think when it came to getting started, he was able to review that previous Zendesk experience, plus all the training that you guys did together, really allowed him to like really get comfortable in the role. And from my previous conversation, like it sounds like he was able to just dive in. He's very happy with working with you, how receptive you've been on a communication level to kind of get back to him very quickly with any questions. So it's great hearing that, you guys were able to work together with such, I don't know what the word is, but just like kind of come together very, very quickly and early on, and made a great relationship. So that's fantastic to hear. And all the training went smoothly. I'm just wondering if anything that we could have done better in this process. I'm just kind of making sure everything went well.
No, yeah. I mean, honestly, like I'll think about if there's anything you could have done better, but like some of the training docs that you guys provided were really helpful because like when I started on the customer service side for Wandering Bear, we didn't really have a lot of things in place. And when it was just me, like, I didn't really have to put things in place because I was like, well, I don't know, I'll just figure it out as I go. But when you guys provided like the, even like a cancel order request, like document, or there was some like tracking documents.
Yeah.
And I kind of like changed them a little like for like our needs, but it was just so nice to have a template of like, oh, this is what we could do. And so I have like a cancel order request, like a tracking issue document, a quality issue document that like Storm and I and the rest of the team shares so that we can keep track of all these issues. And those are just things that TalentPop really helped with because I didn't have that beforehand. And then I'm trying to think the SOP, I mean, we had something like that in place, but yours was a little like more evolved and really helped. Now, granted, it's one of those things like I need to continually update. So it kind of depends if I get around to it.
What I would tell Storm to do too is as processes change, feel free to have him update and keep that up to date because that's something that he should be doing on his end.
Okay.
Sure that all like FAQ questions, new product specific questions, as you guys continue to evolve your product line, as that continues to change, he should be continuing to keep the SOP up to date. And then what that's going to allow for is like, as you guys continue to grow, the documents maintain structure and maintain updated to what's currently going on within the business. So the second person that you bring on becomes that much smoother of a transition period as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, other than that, the training calls were great. I remember when we first brought Storm on, and then I did some additional calls, and I think I got this feedback from someone else that uses TalentPop, but just to do like weekly calls with Storm, regardless, or any agents, because that really just helps us make sure we're on the same page going into the weekend for Storm specifically, because we have a call on Friday so that we go over anything that's like new, anything that's changed, any questions, and then he's ready to attack the weekend and let me know if anything like happens during the weekend for the next week, and it kind of just continues from there.
Yeah, it's so important, even if there's nothing to be said on those conversations, having them in the books every single week to make sure in the event that something does happen or there is an issue or there is a new concern or a new update, that's on the books and it's happening cohesively. So completely agree. But I'm so happy to hear that everything's been going smooth. And I know that we started out with just Storm, and now we have 2 more people that are coming on board the Wandering Bear team, not necessarily working hand in hand with you on CS, but more so on the administrative side of things. But from after speaking to Andrew, it sounds like everything's going really well over there as well. Yeah,
no, definitely. Yeah, I think that was great for our team too, because they were like, we need help. It's like with the influencer, like ambassador team, and they're like, we need help. We don't know, like, do we hire like a whole new role or what are we looking for? And then they were like, can TalentPop help? I'm like, I'm pretty sure they can.
And you guys remain so lean, so it works so well. You know what I mean? Like at certain points, like you don't necessarily need someone to like drive the bus to take you to that promised land, but you need some people to come along with you. And sometimes like having that person there to assist you with some of this administrative work really helps you guys grow. And you guys are a testament, like a small but mighty team, to see what you guys have been able to accomplish is really cool.
Yeah, it works really well.
Awesome. I guess the last question I just had was like, in the event that someone was considering TalentPop, considering TalentPop against a couple of different options out there, or just like, hey, I handle customer support internally, I know what's going on. And they were kind of on that same bridge of like, should I go this way? Should I not go this way? Should I handle it in-house? Like, what would you tell them at this point after like 3-4 months of being together? And I think you were kind of at that same point.
Yeah. And I think that's just really unique. And like, I can own that relationship with Storm, but also utilize your, your support managers to kind of help and make that relationship even better.
Yeah, just make sure everything's moving well, but at the same time, you never lose track of like that sense of culture, because you guys obviously want to create that sense of culture and community amongst the brand.
Yeah.
And it's something that you guys have been able to do. Like I said, small but mighty team, but you guys are freaking moving and you guys are getting a lot done, and you guys are all like kind of have that same vision of what direction everything's moving for, from you to the rest of the team to Storm. Like it sounds like everything is just moving smoothly, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for you guys. How long has Wandering Bear been around for at this point?
7 years, and maybe 8, but 7, I think. It's 2022 now though, so I feel like it could be 8. But the thing is that like since One Revere pivoted to direct to consumer, like in just a little over a year ago, so much has changed in that past year that like the leaps and bounds I think the team's taken in that year just put us at a different place. So like, yeah, One Revere has been around since like 2014, but
You guys had the rebirth.
Basically it is like, it's like a rebirth. Like, well, they even rebranded the site, like all this stuff. So it's
and the site is
totally
so beautifully done. I don't know who did it, but like they did a killer job.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's funny because when I interviewed, the site actually changed while I was interviewing, and I went to look at the site. I was like, "Is this the same company?" Like, I don't know. I don't know if I mixed something up along the way.
That's so funny. Well, keep up the fantastic work. Like I said, Andrew and Storm both had nothing but fantastic things to say about you, the way you've been managing the relationship as well. So keep it up. And I just kind of want to extend my arm. Like if there's anything that you need, if there's anything that the rest of the team needs, please don't hesitate to reach out. Obviously, we're doing a lot with the influencer market. We're doing a lot with CS, but whatever it is that you guys are needing assistance with, please don't hesitate to reach out and just kind of run it by me, Andrew, whoever it happens to be. And we can see if we can potentially be a good fit to help you guys out there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the customer service team, like we're good right now because tickets just haven't been crazy. But I think like in the coming like 3 to 6 months, like it could look different. So we're probably going to look to expand, potentially bring on some new people. So we'll definitely be in touch.
We're here to help however we can. Well, it's Monday. Enjoy your week that you have ahead of you.
Thank you.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much.